Only a small percentage of people break through before they burn out. But when they do, it's incredible. But the real tragedy isn't people who give it a red hot shot, it's those who run out of steam just before they cross the finish line. Imagine if people like Tim Ferris didn't have enough energy to write his best-selling books. Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, couldn't run a billion-dollar company. Or if Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, didn't co-found the social media behemoth. We wouldn't be working less due to Tim Ferriss's books, be working faster and more efficiently without Apple's innovations, and be arguing amongst ourselves due to Twitter. You get what I mean. These people didn't just have a goal, their bodies and brains were fueled for success. Their biochemistry was aligned with their purpose. They monitor, manage, and upgrade themselves to upgrade their lives and the lives that they influence. The cold hard truth is, a goal is as useless as the piece of paper it's written on if you don't have the energy to pursue it. In fact, the only reason I kept going after burning out was because I came across biohacking. It changed my entire approach to success. Within a matter of weeks, my energy increased, my brain fog, depression, and anxiety eased, and my productivity surged. But here's the thing that really changed the course of my life. I stopped losing momentum. Think about it. Have you ever been sprinting towards a goal, then because you become overwhelmed and exhausted, you took your foot off the pedal and put it on the brake instead so you could catch your breath? And while you were catching your breath, your competitors passed you by, you lost traction on your goals, and you had to build up momentum from scratch again, which is even harder than maintaining consistent output. This pattern is exhausting, and it's why most people fail. When I was able to break free of this pattern and sustain my energy and focus for extended periods of time, I stopped burning out. Even if I slowed down every now and then, I kept going. This resulted in writing 3 books in 3 years, selling 80,000 copies, doing over 2 million in sales, and helping tens of thousands of people get their lives back through my online programs. The number one thing a new breed of peak performers are doing is biohacking their bodies and brains to keep going long after others have given up, which means you have less pit stops and make more progress. And this is where I got my first real glimpse of one of the most life-changing lessons that I learned from my research into biohacking, which I'll share with you at the very end of this video. You see, the problem is when people think of biohacking, they think of dunking themselves in ice baths, doing cryotherapy, and taking endless supplements some influencer is flogging them. Then, if none of it works, they get disappointed and frustrated when they continue to see their idols going from win to win, while they drag their failures behind them from year to year. The thing is, they've got it all wrong. You don't have to go to extreme lengths with biohacking to success, nor do you need Kim Kardashian's monthly shopping budget.
Should I get one for North? Oh my god. Me and her. Gosh, we'll have our matching bag.
Biohacking is an extremely broad term that covers a massive range of activities, from modulating dopamine levels, tracking sleep, dialing in nutrition, and optimizing your daily routine to maximize brain function, all of which anyone can do with any budget in the comfort of your own home. When we define it as a pursuit to manipulate your brain and body to optimize performance, a new world opens up to you. The problem, people who are new to it fall for the hype because they don't have a framework to approach it so it doesn't consume their life and exhaust their wallet, nor do they have the time to research it properly. And they feel helpless when another year goes by and they're no further ahead in their life and their goals are sitting in the dustbin because they're constantly exhausted. You need to start with a small framework when it comes to biohacking of specific key areas that you'll focus on. Then expand out as your knowledge for human optimization increases. For example, keep a sleep schedule, a food diary, and notice how your gut health is affecting your mental health. The second thing this new breed of biohackers are doing is they're managing their energy to amplify their output. Imagine for a second you're on a bike that's generating electricity for a light bulb. When you stop pedaling, the light bulb goes out. Your goals are the light and your energy and focus is the electricity that fuels it. When your psychological and biological battery goes flat, your goals go out, you fall behind the pack, get frustrated, and this next part is really important. A staggering 57 to 65% of the 50,000 people we surveyed reported being plagued with brain fog, feeling overwhelmed and anxious, and here's the kicker, they also experience food cravings. The connection to your ability to succeed lies in one major factor, your diet and your blood sugar levels. Food cravings alone can trigger your fight or flight response, which means blood is taken away from your prefrontal cortex, which controls behaviors like coordination, impulse control, and emotional reactions. This steals your focus and concentration, and it delays or completely derails your goals. Regulating your energy by biohacking your diet and addressing nutritional deficiencies is like upgrading from a Honda to a Ferrari. You stop zoning out during the day, losing focus, getting frustrated and hungry, to finally focusing for hours, creatively solving problems, and achieving the goals that you've longed for because you have a consistent flow of energy to keep moving forward. Say you're starting a business, you need energy. Say you're growing a business, you need energy. Say you want to work out and lose weight, you need energy. Say you suffered a major setback, you need energy to get back on track. You must make it a priority to become the ultimate observer of what you eat and how it affects your mood, behavior, and energy throughout the day. It's the only way to go from flat to fired up. And here's the real key, and I want you to listen closely. When you've got more energy than what your goals require, you can last a distance. You can keep going when others have given up. You can shoot straight past your competitors. You do things that you never dreamed of. Now, ultimately, you become unstoppable. But have you ever told yourself, I'll start eating, sleeping, and exercising better tomorrow? Or told yourself that today was just an off day. Tomorrow I'll be able to concentrate and get through that task list I've been putting off. But tomorrow never comes. It's because with all of the confusion around biohacking, goal setting, human optimization, you don't know where to start to take small incremental steps that have a compounding effect in a matter of weeks that increase your energy and drive to succeed. So you can stop putting your foot on the brake and put it on the accelerator instead. And here's the thing that many newbie biohackers just don't get. They don't have a framework to track their overall progress. Instead, they use a wearable device that lacks scientific evidence, are overhyped and overpriced, and they experiment with endless supplements, hoping that this will be the one that changes my whole life. And unfortunately, they fall for pretty Instagram posts on human optimization that lack context, depth, and personalization. For newbies, they sometimes accidentally succeed, but for most, that day never comes and they burn a hole in their wallet in the process and claim none of it works. That's where a framework comes in, and that's why I created one, because I struggled in which areas I needed to focus on specifically for me. Now, the framework I created consists of 4 success identity types based on our survey of over 50,000 people worldwide and conversations with neuroscientists, psychologists, nutritionists, doctors, and biohackers. You see, an individual's identity fluctuates day to day and week to week. When you take 60 seconds each week as a self-check-in based on 30 key biological and psychological factors, you can track if what you've been doing in the past week has made a difference to your energy, your focus, and your drive. But you must rate factors weekly. The factors that you must rate weekly include digestion, diet, reliance on caffeine, chronic pain, adaptation to stress or change, ability to sustain focus, mood, procrastination or avoidance activities, and how often you become overwhelmed as a start. Now, this quite literally takes seconds when you work through a simple checklist. You see, when you ignore biological and psychological components and only ever rely on willpower, you'll never be able to go from win to win. We've seen thousands of people go from depressed to happy, broke to successful, overweight to fit, all within a matter of weeks, because the framework gave them clear direction on what matters most to them right now. Instead of haphazardly experimenting with different biohacks, put a framework in place. Having a framework to biohack your way to success, managing your energy and optimizing your brain must be your focus for this year. Otherwise, you'll get left behind trying to guess what works. The world is changing rapidly. The old strategies of achievement don't work like they used to against the onslaught of rapid societal, environmental, dietary, and lifestyle changes. If you want a biohacking framework that's been put to the test and a 28-day personalized plan to break through without burning out this year, click the link below. I'd love to show you how.